I'm Megan Kate, and you're watching Pet Possible. I'm really excited to introduce you all to my next dog for adoption. His name is Bluey. The movie that he's in, he's gonna have a really short scene, so I'm gonna be borrowing him for about 2 weeks. He comes from Adopt-A-Pit, which is a rescue here in Ohio, and he is an American Pitbull Terrier.
Bluey came to us with a terrible case of mange. He had Demodex, which is the non-contagious kind of mange, and basically didn't have any fur from about the chin down and all over his head. He had a secondary skin infection, which is typical for what we see with these guys, and so he's been treated. He's doing really well. He plays hard, so he needs somebody who's willing to play hard with him.
Production loved his look. He is a big, meaty boy, and that's kind of what they really wanted. And this boy has it all. He is incredibly sweet. He is loving. He wants to be snuggled and held. I can't wait for you all to meet him and get to know him with me as I get to know him and train him for this movie. One of the first things I do when I get a new dog in is we go for a super long adventure walk. Before they check out their new space, I want them to bond a little bit with me and get some energy out as well. A tired dog is a happy dog, we all know that, but I want them less stressed. Having them exercise will really help with that as well. Then we settle into the new room together, and that's kind of step one to getting the dog to relax and be happy in its new environment. These two little squirrels are going to be in a major motion picture. They are girls, they are sisters, and they're babies right now, spring babies. One is super outgoing and bold and silly and doesn't want to be told what to do, and the other one is much more shy and reserved and almost cuddly and sweet. I'm going to be able to use both of them interchangeably, and all they have to do is sit on my hand, which sounds so simple, but they're going to have to sit on my hand outside. So I need a rock solid sit stay and a absolutely 100% foolproof recall on them. And a recall means that they need to come when called. So these two little ladies are a little bit older than what I wanted. Them being a little bit older makes training a bigger challenge because they're not bonded with me in the same way. They don't have the trust with me in the same way. Squirrels are animals that are prey animals, which means they get eaten. Building trust relationships with them from an older age takes a lot more time, and sometimes you just don't get there. One of these squirrels is a lot more shy than the other, so you're gonna see me train her differently. I'm gonna take my time with her. I'm gonna do things slower with her. The other one tends to come out a little quicker, and so hopefully we'll be able to get to where we need to be, and I'll have at least one working squirrel, maybe two if I'm lucky. It's important to mention the next step with these two little girls. So first off, I want to make sure you understand that this enclosure is a baby enclosure. This is not where they're going to live their whole life. I am going to be building a very large outdoor enclosure for them where they have a lot of room to run and play and be squirrels. That'll be step 2. Step 3 is training them outside as well. For the film that we're going to be working on, not only do they need to sit on my hand for long periods of time, but they need to do it outside reliably and safely. Training them on a recall, which means having a really, really solid come when called behavior. So if somebody decides to run away, I can get them back, is going to be extremely important and my #1 priority in their training regimen. When we're working with animals, it is super important that their well-being is absolutely #1. I never push an animal beyond their limits, and I never put an animal in a situation where they would be unsafe. When you're working with animals, you never know what's going to happen, and that's the fun and the terror in it, especially on set. Today is my 3rd training day with Bluey, and what we're working on now is getting him to not only jump at the fence, but bark while he's doing it. Eventually, what we need him to do is a sit or down stay in the yard, come running at the fence as a person walks past, and as that person walks past, he's going to be barking and jumping the entire time. Step 1 is teaching the barking and jumping. We got the barking kind of down. He makes some weird noises. Wait till you see this. But beyond that, we're going to be working on some basic obedience as well, because I'm teaching him some things that keep him really up, and he's loving it, right? Any terrier wants to work and they want to be really, really excitatory, and that's kind of what I'm asking him to do. So I also need to back that down a little bit, and I'm going to work on some real basic obedience with him. Some sits, some downs, some stays, some calm behaviors, so that I am helping his future owner as opposed to hindering his adoption. So it's going to be really important that we have a really great balance with Bluey. So you're going to see Bluey offer the behaviors that I've been teaching him, which is to jump and to bark and or make some sort of noise like he does. And he needs to understand that only when I ask for that behavior is when I'm going to reward him. Come on, back around. Try again. Sit. Good. As soon as his bum hits the ground, I'm going to make sure and say good boy or good, so he knows that's what I'm looking for. Good sit. Good. Good boy. It's baby steps for a sit stay. As I try and keep him in that sit, keep him calm, and move a little bit around him so that he starts to learn a sit stay. Good boy, sit. Ah, almost broke it. Good boy. Good sit. He will learn that calm, relaxed behaviors gets him more treats than being either ornery or hyper. Good. Or offering behaviors that I don't want when I don't ask. Good boy. Good boy. A squirrel's metabolism is super duper fast, so they eat a ton. Here with my animals, I try and feed them as much natural food as possible. I want my animals to be healthy, well-nourished, well taken care of, and so they feel the best they can when I'm working with them. So this is an example of what I might feed them in a day. So I go out and I get non-sprayed dandelions. They love the root and all. They love mixed lettuce. They love spinach, anything like that. They really enjoy. I give them fresh browse every day as well. They get everything like strawberries and blueberries, and they love berries, blackberries, raspberries, watermelons, honeydew melons, and of course, as every squirrel wants to get, they love nuts and seeds. So we have a menagerie of different nuts and seeds and a wide variety of that I offer and rotate through. So they are getting the most balanced diet they possibly can. I have to train these two little munchkins. When they're on my hand is when I'm going to give them a treat. And that's the only time they're going to get a treat currently. Come here, you. Hey. Right here. Come on. And this is all about being patient and waiting for them. And as soon as they get on there, they're going to get themselves a treat. Eventually, I'm going to add a noise to that so they get marked. It's a training term of when they are bridged when they do the right thing. The longer she sits here, the more treats she's going to get. I have to train these two to sit on my hand for honestly like up to a few hours as the movie that we're working with gets their likeness for CGI. They also need to be outside, so we'll need to train them for an emergency recall as well. These two little munchkins, I've only been working with 3 days, so I've got a lot of work to do in a short period of time to get them set ready. Because Bluey is a rescue, his stamina is not like a typical dog. He's been crated a lot and he hasn't been exercised to that full ability like a typical pet would be, because the foster parent has other animals as well they have to take care of. So with his training, we need to do short, sweet sessions, and we need to build up his stamina in general. You'll see he gets tired or fatigued very quickly, so we're gonna work on that. Speak. Yes, it's good getting up here. Speak. Up. Speak. Yeah, I'll take that. The nice thing is they can dub whatever voice they want you to have. Come on. Speak. Speak. Get up here. Speak. I'll take that. Speak. Yes. Good boy. Speak. Come on. Speak. Good. One more. Ready? You didn't lose it. Ready? One more. Up. One more up. That's all. Up. Good. Good boy. Speak. Speak. One more good one. Speak. I'll give you the whole thing. Speak. Oh, come on. I'll give you this whole chunk. Good boy. Speak. Speak. Yes. Here, come get it. Okay. As I'm spending more time with Bluey, I am learning more about his awesome personality. So first off, he's potty trained. Huge plus when you're getting a rescue. Secondly, he is not destructive. I have him up in an upstairs bedroom and he has been able to be free all day long. At night, I still put him in the crate because that's what he's used to, and I assume his new owners need him still crate trained. So it's important that I maintain that behavior with him and keep that a nice, safe, happy place for him. Throw a few treats in his crate, he goes right in and he is fine in there and quiet all night long. On his walks, he's actually quite good on leash, which is awesome. I am still working on some leash manners so that anybody can walk him. The only thing we need to be aware of with him is if there is a squirrel, and out here when we see turkey and deer and things like that, he definitely wants to go. So yeah, I need to be prepared. And so whoever is walking him needs to be strong enough, as he is a big, powerful boy, to be able to handle that situation if that so happens to arise on one of your walks. But regardless of that, he's very sweet. He is very outgoing. He really enjoys new people. He loves training. He loves treats. He's going to be a great dog for this film and a great dog for anyone who adopts him. Thank you for watching Pet Possible. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.